God bless everyone. Today on Supernatural Testimony, we'll be exploring the dangers of the internet and social media, using one of the most famous YouTubers as an example, Nikocado Avocado. I'll be doing a different type of video in which we're going to examine how the devil can use social media to consume us, change us, and even destroy us. Disclaimer, I have nothing against Nikocado. I have actually been praying for him every day because I feel he is going down a dangerous path that could end badly for him, and possibly for the viewers who keep watching him. Let me explain why. I actually began to watch Nikocado back when he first began in YouTube, back when he was very calm, very health conscious. 8 years ago, he was actually a vegan and focused on doing mukbang videos, which is when people eat food while they film themselves. At the time, I liked to watch those mukbang videos when I ate my dinner. I was single, I didn't have many friends, and so watching those mukbang videos, well, it felt like I was having dinner with an old pal. But as I began to seek God more, I began to feel uncomfortable watching those videos and switched over to different things. One of the things that began to bother me was how most mukbang videos promoted eating extremely large amounts of food, which is gluttony, something the Lord views as a sin. But in the case of Nikocado, I also stopped watching his videos because he began to act quite mentally erratic. Not to mention that he switched his diet to mostly high-fat, processed junk food. Large quantities of junk food. I mean, sometimes he would eat a week's worth of calories in just one day. And this new diet made him gain weight like crazy. He gained over 250 pounds, and he developed some health problems that even caused him to use an oxygen machine. But this just made Nick get more views and more followers. In the comment section, some people would express their deep concern for him, while others insulted him horribly for his new appearance. But Nick didn't seem to care. He kept going. He focused on the millions of views his controversial videos were getting. Eventually, Nick also introduced his boyfriend in his videos. Both of them could be seen gaining weight as the videos progressed, but that was only the tip of the iceberg. Eventually, Nick's behavior drastically changed. He went from being a reserved, soft-spoken guy to having screaming fits of rage in which he would destroy the food in front of him and yell hateful insults at his boyfriend and his audience. Then, all of a sudden, Nick disappeared. He stopped uploading videos on his YouTube channel for over 7 months. Recently, however, Nick returned to YouTube in a video that got over 30 million views in just a few days. In the video, he appeared to be the old Nick from many years ago, calm, quiet, in control of his emotions, every word chosen with careful precision. In the video, he claimed that he had simply done everything as part of a social experiment, that it was all an act. It had all been done intentionally to get more views and followers. He wanted to do one of the world's greatest social experiments. And it really got me thinking about how dangerous the internet can be, how the devil can use it as a tool against us to destroy anyone that is not walking closely with God. Because as I've said before, demonic spirits can enter us through our eyes and ears by what we're watching and what we're listening to. And these spirits can also be transferred to us if we spend time with people who are demonized, whether we're spending time with those people in real life or through the internet, on our computers and cell phones. If we read the Bible in 1 Corinthians 15:30, it says that we have to be careful about who we spend time with. 1 Corinthians 15:33 says, "Do not be misled. Bad company corrupts good character." Why does the Bible say this? Because we are spiritual sponges. If we're spending time with people who lie, fight, cheat, steal, drink, swear, we will absorb those qualities. It is better to surround yourself with people who have godly qualities, who are seeking the Lord in spirit and in truth. Now, don't get me wrong. We still need to love those people, pray for them, fast for them, for God to set them free. But if they're bringing a lot of spiritual destruction to your life, it's better to keep your distance, at least for some time. We need to do intercession for those people, but we also need to keep our distance if they are influencing the way that we talk, the way that we act, the way that we think. Sometimes it's better to love them from a distance until their spiritual bondage has been destroyed by the Holy Spirit and they are producing good fruits. And I am going to be praying for Nick and every other influencer who has a platform. I will be praying for God to give all influencers more wisdom and discernment, for God to help them understand how they need to be more careful about the videos they're producing, because their videos will push their viewers towards seeking God, towards holiness, or they will push them towards the world, towards different types of sins. Also, influencers need to be extra careful because oftentimes it is children who watch their videos and are pushed into different sinful habits. If we read Matthew 18, verse 6, we see that Jesus strongly warns us that those people who cause children to fall into sin will have severe punishments. Matthew 18:6 says, "If anyone causes one of these little ones, those who believe in me, to stumble, it would be better for them to have a large millstone hung around their neck and to be drowned in the depths of the sea." Listen to that, brothers and sisters. This is a serious warning from Jesus himself to let us know that our actions can have serious repercussions, especially if we are influencing the younger generation to sin against God. This also makes me think about all the celebrities in secular entertainment, those actors, singers, athletes, and really anybody who has a social media account where they can influence people with their posts. Even you and I. This warning is for us too. We all have to be careful because on Judgment Day, we're going to see all the effects that our social media posts had on this earth, on people. Matthew 12:37 says the following: "For by your words you will be justified, and by your words you will be condemned." Therefore, let's ask the Lord to help us choose our words and actions very carefully, knowing that we will have to give accounts to God for all those things eventually on Judgment Day. This reminds me of a certain testimony I heard from a preacher on YouTube whose name is Rod Pickens. Rod had been asking the Lord for an out of body experience, and eventually the Lord answered him by showing him a vision that confirmed the dangers of the internet. In the vision, Rod saw himself waiting in line to see God on Judgment Day. There were other people in front of him, many of whom were not allowed into heaven. One woman got sent to hell due to her Facebook posts. Rod said this in his testimony: "I remember there was a woman, and God was talking to her. He said, 'I'm not judging you for what you put on Facebook, but I'm judging you on how everyone else received it.' 300,000 people were led astray by one of her Facebook posts, and the Lord told her that all of their blood was on her head." I pray the Holy Spirit will bring conviction to us all, that this makes us think long and hard about the things we are posting on the internet, because we never know how our social media posts can affect someone for all eternity. And that's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and watch my testimonies playlist, where I share many supernatural stories that I know are going to bless your life. And if you would like to support this channel, please consider becoming a member by pledging just a few dollars each month. Simply click the join button. And please leave your prayer request in the comments so me and my prayer group will lift them up to God every day during 2024. Until next time, stay safe.